Hello everyone, welcome to OHM Institute. I am Surendra Reddy, faculty for electrical machines at OHM Institute, Hyderabad. So today we have with us Mr. Avinash. He secured All India rank 196 in electrical engineering paper GATE 2024 and All India 177 rank in ECE paper GATE 2024. He is our classroom student and he passed out from JNTU Anantapur. And we will try to interact with Avinash and we will try to understand what is his preparation journey and what are his next goals in his career. Okay, congratulations, Avinash.
Thank you,
We
sir.
are very proud of you.
Thank you.
So try to introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Avinash, and I am from JNTU Antapur, and I completed my BTech in Electrical and Electronics Engineering, and I passed out from 23 batch, 2023, and I have secured a job at a TCS, but during the time of offer letter, I have left the time of 9 months, which I will have utilized in getting the coaching at Hyderabad Dilshuk Nagar and OHM Institute. Right now, I have completed my GATE exam. I got a better score, so I used to refuse the offer letter of TCS company, and I fully entering into a PSU sector companies.
Okay, so what Avinash said is he got a job in final year back because you are
Yes, sir.
from JNT Anantapur. Mostly in government universities, students use it to get placements, right?
Yes, sir.
So what is the package in TCS you got?
The package was 3.3 lakhs, sir,
3.3 lakhs.
per annum.
So what Avinash said is, even though he got a placement in TCS, he has a good amount of time because most of the times the companies will give joining letter only after 8 to 9 months. Now it is becoming 1 year also due
Yes,
to the
sir. Still,
recession. Okay,
still my friends has not getting
still
on.
waiting for the offer.
Yes, sir.
So he passed out in 2023 and it was almost 1 year and still his friends are still waiting for joining letter. So he realized the opportunity because there is a lot of time left to get the offer letter. So he wanted to prepare for GATE examination. Okay. So what is the main motive, Avinash? Why did you come for GATE preparation?
Instead of getting into the IT sector, I always prefer to get into a PSU sector, sir,
PSU sector. So,
which I have better life quality and
yeah,
work balance,
yeah.
and also the life of style is also different. And I'm joining from core department in a
Okay.
BTech. I wish to work in the core, sir.
Okay.
That's why I used to
So
get into
you wanted
PSUs.
to be in the core side so that
Yes,
you
sir.
are choosing PSU.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so anybody behind you to motivate you go for PSU? Any brothers or
Yes, sir.
anybody?
My father is a
Hmm.
government employee in a state
Okay.
government employee.
Hmm.
He his life inspired me to get into a government job, sir.
Okay.
But right now, in getting a government job is very much tough
Hmm.
and complicated,
Hmm.
and mostly uh, very much uh,
Competitive.
competitive,
Hmm. Hmm.
and we have to struggle getting into better position.
Okay.
But by choosing GATE exam and getting to PSUs is much easier,
Easier. Okay.
easier than compared to the other public exams like
Hmm.
SSC, JE, or
Right.
UPSC.
Hmm.
So by getting into GATE, we can easily crack exam if we
Hmm.
sit in 1 year.
See, the advantage here is that in GATE examination, suppose you consider, UPSC exam like ESC exam or civil services exam, it's a very tough competition and also preparation is difficult. Whereas in GATE examination, out of 100 marks, if you score anything more than 50 marks, you are sure shot to get a good rank. And with that good rank, you can easily go for PSU. But whereas other you know competitive exam, you don't have that much choice. Okay, suppose out of 100 you need to get 80 plus marks, but here anything more than 50 will be definitely a good
Definitely
score.
useful.
Yeah, right. All right, so his main motive is his to go to PSU job, and his inspiration was his father. Okay, that's very fantastic. All right, so now coming to preparation, Avinash, how did you choose home institute?
Why my seniors and all the other guys
Mm.
have joined various institutes.
Okay.
By the getting the feedback from them,
Mm.
the institutes are not the important. The faculty that were teaching in the institute are important.
Okay.
I get to know that the institutes, other institutes available for a GATE
Mm.
coaching are not very experienced ones, and the
Mm.
faculty was not very interactive, and the
Mm.
teaching style was not very convincing to
Okay.
get me joined. But I'll get hearing the suggestions, and personally get into Hyderabad on someday and
Mm.
during my 2023
Okay.
fourth year, and I personally asked the management about the details of the faculty teaching here.
Mm.
By getting knowing details, and also when I hear the faculty names,
Mm.
I get to know about my friends and seniors.
Okay.
They already said the faculty was impressive faculty.
Okay.
So I got a surety of
Mm.
getting my perfect education here.
Okay.
And also I have reached to other institutes, and they refused to relieve the names of the institute faculties.
Faculty. Okay.
But it's better for me to know the one from whom I am getting taught.
Okay. Yeah. So what Venkat said is, in most of the institutes, they don't reveal the faculty names. So if you go for inquiry, sir, who will teach electrical machines, they don't say the names because they are not sure about that faculty. But here in Home Institute, the faculty were fixed. Okay. So if you ask who will teach electrical machines, yes, Surendra sir will teach electrical machines. Who will teach analog? Gautam sir will teach analog. Like that, we have a set of faculty. They will only teach to the students. Okay. So you believed on faculty rather than institute.
Yes,
right.
sir.
That's wonderful. So anyhow, so you joined in long-term batch,
Yes,
that to classroom coaching. Okay, fine. So how is your preparation? I mean, any student when they are going through their preparation, definitely they will feel some of the subjects are easy,
Yes.
some of the subjects are difficult, because subject like electrical engineering paper has more than 10 subjects. So how did you feel about the subjects? Which subjects you felt easy and which subjects you felt difficulty in your preparation?
For me, the easiest subjects I think was maths, English,
Okay.
and aptitude,
Okay.
networks, analog, circuits,
Digital.
digital.
Okay.
These are the subjects I felt easier.
Easy. Okay.
And the difficult subjects I felt are missions, power electronics, power systems, signal systems, and the remaining subject EMF. These are the things, control systems, which
Okay.
I felt these things as hard.
Okay. So obviously it is, every subject cannot be of the same level. Some subjects, they are easy. Some subjects are definitely difficult. But point is, you cannot only rely on easy subjects. You can't leave difficult subjects, right?
Yes, sir.
Because your target is to get a good rank. So how did you manage yourself in difficult subjects?
The difficult subjects, and when I was reading the subjects after the class was done,
Okay.
I felt it was very hard, and I can't understand things at once. But then I realized the many times I have revised the subject, the better knowledge and the better idea about the basics I got improved.
Okay.
Nearly for a power electronics subject, I did 4 times of revision,
Okay.
which was helped me to improve my basics and understanding the problems very easier.
Okay.
And missions I have did 3 times.
3 revisions.
And the power systems also I have did 3 times.
So you spend a lot of time on revision.
Yes, sir.
So what Avinash is saying, multiple revisions will definitely help when you are preparing difficult subjects. Okay. So difficult in the sense, did you, when you are going through the class, did you understand the concepts what faculty was teaching?
Yes, sir.
Yes, but execution and remembering the concepts is little difficult,
Yes.
right? Okay. So it's obvious thing. Suppose if you are doing mathematical calculation, suppose if I say what is 1 plus 2, if you are doing algebraic calculation, it is easy. 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. But when it comes to machines, you have to do 1 plus 2 a phasor analysis, right? Then obviously it takes a bit of
More
effort, right?
Yes, sir.
So to understand the concepts and to implement in problems, you need to do lot of revision, so that your memory power will increase. You can retain all the formulas. Yes, subjects like power electronics, so many formulas will be there. Only thing is that you need to memorize them. That's the point. Okay. And for that, what he's saying is multiple revisions will definitely help. Okay. So yes, that is a good point. Okay. So you did 4 revisions for power electronics. And machines, you did 3 revisions almost.
Yes,
power systems and other subjects, at least 2 revisions.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's good. Fine. So fine. This is how you prepared. All right. So now let me ask you another thing. What the most important specialty in Home Institute is handout questions.
Yes, sir.
So during the class, we use it to distribute handouts to every student every day, right?
Yes.
So some of the questions we use it to solve in the classroom. Some questions we use it to give for practice, homework, right?
Yes.
So did you solve handout questions only once in the entire preparation, or did you solve the handout questions multiple times?
First, when I get the handout, I used to mark the difficulty level of each question.
Level of the question.
If the question was easier, then I will, when I have wrote the answer in my homework notes, then I used to check the answer. That will be easier because it does not need much effort. When it comes to the difficulty question, I used to mark it difficult, and I try to remember the topic which related to the question, and also I try to implement the formula in various multiple times writing down in the notes. and multiple revisions and multiple times of practicing the handout, not just once and 2 or 3 times, will
Okay.
help me to understand more.
Okay. So any difficult question in the handout, so he used to mark it, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
it is difficult or it is
Easy.
important, something like that.
Yes.
So whatever questions he marked, he used to solve
Again
number
and
of
again.
times. Okay, and he also used to revise that concept.
Yes.
Okay. See, I also believe only one thing every time. We are not computers to retain everything for a long duration of time. So only thing is that practice made man's perfect. That's all. Okay, you need to practice and practice and practice. That is where you need to spend some time. Okay, so beyond the classroom, once a class is finished, so you use it to spend a lot of time on
Yes, sir.
revision.
Revision.
Okay, that's wonderful. Now, all right, so handouts was completed. Now let's come to the other aspect of preparation. Yes, PYQs, right?
Yes, sir.
Previous year questions will play major role because you need to understand how questions will be prepared and how to answer them. Okay, right. So when it comes to PYQs, so how did you prepare?
I have that. I have for every subject I have did for last 10 years of questions, sir.
At least last
Last
10
10 years
years.
of question.
Okay.
If I get much more time, then I will surely do every PYQ.
Every PYQ. Okay.
Not just once, but multiple times, sir.
Multiple times. So what he's saying, anything when it comes to theory or practice or subject revision, what he's saying is multiple revisions will definitely help. Okay, right. So did you prepare any other books apart from this, like
My
classroom notes, PYQs? Did you prepare any textbooks?
textbooks was not my style, sir, because
Mm.
when I come to coaching, I have left with the time of 9 months only.
9 months. Okay.
In these 9 months, if I try to take any other sources like textbooks or refer books, author books, that will make my preparation very slow.
Okay.
I will lag behind with the other guys. So I have to get ready with my ready-made notes, like
Okay.
dictated notes from the classroom.
So you relied completely on
Classroom notes, sir.
So that is like textbook for you.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So you did not. He did not dependent on any other
textbooks.
because reading textbook will take lot of time. That is acceptable. Suppose if you are a college goer student, that is somehow okay because you have a lot of time left. But he left with only 9 months. In which month you joined here?
I joined in May 11th, sir.
Okay, so May 11th. So May means by the time February came, only yes, 8 to 9 months time
9 months,
was
sir.
only left. Okay, all right. So next, coming to the next aspect of your preparation, assessment. Assessment is very very important. How much you prepare, how much you are able to implement it in
Yes,
the
sir.
exam. So how did you assess yourself? What are the steps you followed to assess yourself?
In our home institute, there will be weekly test on subjects.
Okay.
On subject test or full subject and multiple subject tests also.
Okay.
And offline mark. I used to attend every test.
Okay, seriously.
Seriously, sir.
Right.
I will definitely write the exam even if I was not prepared also. Because by writing the exam, I will get to know how much I am learning and how well I am performing in the exams.
Okay.
If I don't write the exam, then I will don't know how much I have to read, how much I have to improve myself. By writing the exams, I get to know what are the topics I have to read again,
Okay.
what are the topics I have did well, and how much time for taking for each question.
Okay.
If my time taken for questions was not less than the average time, that means I am taking much more time, which will affect my performance in final exam. So every time when I write my exams in offline or on both online also, I used to take the time for each question, and I have to see with the topper and the average time.
Okay.
If my time was less than the average time, that means I am performing well than many others.
Yes.
Which will ensure my accuracy and more time to revisit the questions in final exam.
Okay. That's good.
That's why I'm used to see how I'm performing in exam.
So he used to take every class test. See, we used to conduct class test once any subject is completed. Some subjects only one test, some subjects we used to conduct two tests also. Okay. So and also mock tests, online mock tests. So in when you wrote online mock tests, there are a lot of analytics will be displayed once the test is submitted, right? So how many marks you scored, how much time you took for each question, and what is the time taken by the topper, and also average time and your time.
Yes,
so three things will be there. So you use it to compare. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. So if you find yourself slow in any topic, what do you use it to do?
I used to write down the note, the topic names. And
Okay.
when I get to know which topics I'm not very well, then I used to give extra time for that.
Okay.
And I will manage myself some extra time, and I will try to revise the topic again.
All right. Good. So if he find anything he was slow in a particular topic, so he used to write that topic and revise it again.
Revise it
Okay,
again.
that's wonderful. All right. So that is what, when you wrote any examination, taking the feedback from the exam is very important. It's not about how many tests you are attempting. It's about how much feedback you are able to get. Okay, you need to analyze your performance and rectify the mistakes,
Yes.
right? Okay. Now let's come to the next point. How did you overcome negative marking in your final exam?
When I see any question, if I get that idea of the question, then how to solve the question. If I know the formula, if I do the substitution of formula, will the answer will be correct? Is it accurate? Then only I will try to answer the question, sir.
Okay.
If this was for MCQs, for MSQs and NATs, I will take much less effort than MCQs, because MCQs will lead to negative marking, which will drastically reduce my rank and score.
Yeah,
That's why I used to attend the answer if I was 100% sure about that.
yeah. You did not take any risk in MCQs.
No, I don't put my blank ideas on.
Okay. So don't take any choices. What he's saying is, don't depend on lottery. In fact, yes or no?
As a lot.
Especially for MCQs, because negative marking is there. Because if you understand the pattern of the exam from the past 4 5 years, electrical and DC both exams are low scoring exams. Okay.
Yes, sir.
This year I think 77 marks is the All India first rank. You need not to score 97, guys. You need to score just 77. See, when 77 is All India first mark, indirectly every mark is very crucial, right? So rather than losing the marks because of negative marking, it's important to avoid them. Okay, so don't take any lottery kind of things, right? All right, so another question I would like to ask you, this is a question from majority of the students when I use it to talk to them. Sir, do we need to prepare each and every subject, or can I take one or two subjects as a choice during my preparation? What is your answer for that? Did you take any subject as a choice?
For me personally, I'm not interested in leaving any subject, sir.
Okay.
I used to prepare for every subject, but considering the mark weightage and putting effort and time for the subject, for me, measurements is not very interesting subject.
Okay.
Because it contains only one or two questions, which will conclude to maximum of 3 marks.
Okay.
And it has lot of topics to learn, sir. And for me to investing much more time will be not very beneficial. So I used to prepare for the only main topics. Main topics including bridges,
Okay.
and CROs,
error analysis,
which were multiple repeating from the previous cues.
Okay.
So that's why I'm prepared only those topics, but I didn't left the subjects.
Okay, completely. See, what he's saying is, you have to take time into picture. Okay, so how many months you have for your preparation, and marks weightage also we have to consider. Keeping that measurement subject he took as a choice. Choice doesn't mean he didn't leave the entire subject. At least easy parts in that subject he prepared,
Yes.
like bridges, error analysis, CRO, digital and analog voltmeters, etc. Right. Okay, wonderful. So you practiced PYQs at least in that subject. Okay. So rather than leaving the complete subject, at least select two topics we have to study. So in case if there is any easy question, we can mark that answer. So always remember one thing: you need not to score 100 out of 100 in GATE examination. That is important, right?
Yes,
okay. So based on the time left, based on the subjects left, you have to decide. Okay, right, wonderful. So next question is, Avinash, your main paper was electrical,
Yes,
right?
sir.
And the secondary paper you took EC as your
Yes, sir.
second paper. Why not instrumentation? Why you took EC only?
By considering the number of people writing the instrumentation, the count was less than the EC, sir.
Okay.
If you are selecting IN as your second paper, then you must prove yourself that you are worthy enough to do anything.
Okay.
Like for instrumentation, to get a score of, my friend got 840 score by scoring 12th rank.
Okay.
For getting 12th rank, he has to do much more effort and perform very well in the exam.
Okay.
For triple guys, it is very hard to do. And you have to be lucky enough to do the questions which are not double questions also. That means you have to be very perfect in instrumentation. Whereas in EC, you can score 70% of 100 marks by just considering you only triple subjects also.
Okay. Common subjects.
So common subjects. And the top marks in IN will be more than EC.
Okay. So score is the matter, main.
Score is the matter.
So that means if you wanted to score 800 in instrumentation, your rank should be below 50.
Oh, sir.
The same 800 score in ECE, you may get below 200 rank also.
Yes, sir. It
Yes?
is better to get, easier to get 200 rank.
Okay, okay, right, right, wonderful. So if you are choosing instrumentation means you need to be top. Whereas if you choose EC as your second paper, definitely you have some gap. I mean, some choice is there,
Choice.
right? You can still get good score even though your rank is little high.
And also,
Uh,
as I said, the doubling weightage will be almost 70%.
Okay.
So you have 70
Common
marks,
syllabus.
70 marks for 3 hours,
All right.
which is very better.
Yes. What he said is ECE student will write for 100 marks, 3 hours. But whereas electrical student, he will only study 70 marks of ECE paper, right? Because he may leave communication, other subjects,
EMTL,
because your
EDC.
main paper is electrical.
Yes, sir.
ECE is your secondary
Second
paper.
part.
So you don't study for 100 marks. You'll study only for 70
70.
marks. So 70 marks, 3 hours left.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Therefore, you have plenty of time.
Yes.
Wonderful. And also, I think opportunities are also good for ECE,
Yes,
right?
sir.
If you go to MTech, VLSI, other specializations, ECE score will be more beneficial.
Benefit.
Okay.
Where in IITs and some NITs, when you consider the score or cutoff for IN EC, for a subject like example VLSI, EC score is almost like 700 for any IIT.
Okay.
Whereas IN's cutoff is almost like 800.
Okay.
As we said, the rank as considered before, you need to get below 50 for
Okay.
IN.
Okay.
For to get 800, 700 score in EC, you need to get almost like 200 rank.
Okay. Good. Good. Wonderful. So that is how ECE as a second choice is better than instrumentation as second choice. Wonderful. So wonderful, Avinash. So what is your final suggestion to the upcoming aspirants about GATE preparation?
For the upcoming aspirant, they mostly think getting into IT sector will be easier because of multiple companies are coming to the placements in the final year. It is a for my suggestion is to get into try once the GATE course.
Yes.
Because you will have almost like 1 year. Right now, for the present condition, you will have left 1 year for your completion of BTech and getting offer letter into your hands. So in that 1 year, you should give a try for the GATE.
Okay.
Because you have a backup plan. If your GATE does not work for you, if you can't get completely learn about GATE, then you can have software job.
Okay.
You can leave the GATE preparation.
Okay.
But if you are more determined and motivated and you get much knowledge into your core subjects, then you will have PSC job in your hand,
Okay.
which is much better than any corporate IT sector jobs.
All right. So, yes, it's a wonderful point. See, once you got a placement in your college, at the present scenario, you are not going to get a joining letter within 1 month or 2 months of your graduation. So at least they are taking 9 to 10 months. Okay, some of his friends are still waiting after 1 year also. Okay, still waiting for the joining letter. It is happening with most of the companies, most of the IT companies. So rather than wasting that 1 year of time, you just give a try for the GATE examination. And if you are really determined like Avinash, definitely you will get a good rank, and definitely it will give you wonderful opportunities like PSU, or you may go for MTech in IITs. MTech placements are improving a lot. Most of the students are getting packages more than 30 lakhs, 35 lakhs per annum like this. Okay, all right. So that's wonderful. And one last question I would like to ask you, Avinash. During your preparation, it's a long journey, right? Because 9 months, 8 months time means it's a long journey. It's not like 1 month or 1 week. So, did you felt any time a little low, and how did you overcome that?
During my starting 2 months, when the tough subjects like power system and power electronics are continuing, for me it is very hard to revise the topic, and I can't understand all the topics. At that time, I feel like can I clear the exam?
Okay.
How can I complete the syllabus? How can I learn the things? How can I understand the things? How could I solve the PVQs? At that time, I consult the faculties.
Okay.
They say how they give me a plan of schedule.
So they motivated you.
Motivated you, and they gave me some confidence, and they gave me some tricks and pattern to study.
Okay.
And also some motivation, and they helped me to talk with even the passed out students.
All right.
And the previous GATE toppers also. From reasoning all the topics, all the toppers, I get motivated, and I started preparing well.
Okay. So that's what during your preparation, when you feel little low, it's quite obvious. Every subject cannot be easy. Some subjects are little difficult, but you have to learn, right? So obviously sometimes the students use it to feel low, their confidence will reduce. So during that time it's always better to discuss things with faculty. At our institute, faculty are always available, you can always interact with them, they will definitely motivate you. That's what Avinash is saying. So that motivational factor is very very important. Okay, that will definitely boost your preparation and will help you to come out of that situation. Okay, right Avinash, wonderful. So I wish you
Thank you,
all
sir.
the very best. So
Thank you.
right, thank you.